Hi everyone, welcome back into HSN. This is the magnificent Westinghouse, huge 65-inch screen. We have a 55 and a 65 and they're both on sale by quite a bit. You get free shipping, which is another huge savings considering it's a big box that's going to be delivered to your home. So you're saving on the shipping. The size of both of these, very comparable, 55 to 65. I think these are the sizes we want to grow into. If you've been dealing with a smaller screen and you're like, I'm ready, this is your moment. Westinghouse has been an amazing brand for us for years here at HSN. Very well-known brand. We all know, love, and trust. So we're going to talk details with my friend and yours, Justin Hyatt.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
$479 for a 55-inch screen?
55-inch, 4K, QLED. You know, I've been presenting televisions now for over 11 years. My favorite product was always presenting TVs because it was always be able to get in front of the TVs, just seeing the evolution, and I love just watching TV. So it's like, you know, we're all basically a consumer of television. When QLED came out, you could not find a TV, it didn't matter what size, under $1,000.
Agreed.
And when we went over 50 inches and 55, you were $2,000. So to think about how far the technology has come and yet the values now that you can get, and that's what we love about Westinghouse, that's what they do best.
Really true.
They give you great value televisions with all of the high features that you're looking for. When it's 4K, it's going to be the HDR, it's your Dolby television, it's also going to be Roku built in. I love this one too because it also has that Roku remote as well that actually allows you to speak to it. So tons of stuff to break into all this, but I just love the fact that you get the bigger television that you're looking for, not with the bigger price.
Without a doubt. And there's two more things I want to quickly jump in before we get to the specs. This is coming to you at a couple of things. I forgot I was going to say, in which order I was going to say them. One of them, you just said, the 4K and the QLED, which I think is incredibly important. The other is that it comes with a 2-year warranty included. No extra charge for that. And then the third, of course, free shipping to your door. And oh, one more thing. Financing. 12 months of financing if you want the 55-inch, this one here, $39.99 a month for a year. Just pay 1 month at a time. You have it the whole time. And then if you want the 65-inch, this actually has 18 months of financing. So it's less. It's $34.99 to get the big 65. Is that not a dream size?
This is the exact television that I have in my house.
Is it really?
Yes, this is the exact television. They sent this to me about a year ago, and this was a huge upgrade when they sent it to me. I want you guys, if we can look at even just the bezel. You know, one of the things that I love even as you're upgrading the television is not just necessarily the screen quality, just the actual physical build of the television too. So when you look at even just this beautiful edge-lit display like this, where literally the bezel is virtually invisible, right? I mean, as you can see right here, remember on the older televisions, remember it was like just having almost this Gothic type of frame around it.
Oh, that's huge. Yes.
Right, and it was like, well, wait a second, you mean to tell me I can fit even a larger television in almost the same spot now? Right, you don't need to have a frame around the television. We want to be able to have screen all the way edge to edge. So that's one of the things I really do love about this TV. And then just, of course, it's the big TV. When I want to watch television, when you get this at home, and this is the thing that I absolutely love about getting the biggest that you can get, is that you're basically now having a movie theater in your home.
There it is.
And we think about how much time we spend in front of the television. Why are you not watching TV the way that you should be watching TV today? And if it is thinking about getting not just only bigger, but better, you know, I don't want you to think, well, I have to get a 65-inch, but if I want to stay in that price range, I got to get a 1080p. You want to get 4K. It's 4 times better quality than even your 1080p. And you just said it too, Kelly. You know, something that I even forget when we do this is it's going to be shipped to your home. Do you have a smaller hatchback car? Getting that TV in your car to your house is not going to be very easy. We'll ship it to you.
Without a doubt, and no matter what size you're getting and wherever you are. So let us know. Maybe this is I'm just going to say maybe it's a huge gift for your son and daughter-in-law if they've just got married or starting a new home or a new family. I'm just saying if you want to treat yourself, what a 65-inch TV at $629.
$629.
What is going on here? That's an insanely good price.
Under $600, no, close to under $600 for a 65-inch television. And again, look, you know, this isn't like, well, when you're looking at that, you're saying, well, is it a 1080p? You know, this is 4K. It's the QLED. It's not just a 4K television. QLED means that you're gonna have better color. And look, when it comes to watching TV now, yes, can we have better clarity? Absolutely. That's what we love about when we upgrade from our 1080p to having a 4K television. If the colors are just dram and flat, you're not gonna get what? You're not gonna get depth. And when you don't have depth, you're not gonna have that real feel that is now creating that true cinematic effect.
Like this.
The way that when you're watching television, it's that realism. The way that cameras are shot now, when you look at just the quality of video cameras and the way that these productions and shows are filmed, look, when you're watching TV, TV is not what it used to be. We don't watch a 30-minute show. We watch an hour-long movie. And then, you know, after we watch that hour-long show, we watch the next episode, and then the next episode. Before you know it, you've watched 4 hours of TV. If you're watching TV right now, what are you watching on? And I'm telling you, if you're thinking about upgrading to a television, you want to save money and get the best you can get, you are going to love having the Westinghouse Roku 65-inch television. And of course, the fact that it comes with Roku, which is something we'll show you in a second, means finding everything's going to be easier too.
That's a very important part of the experience. Two things I wanted to elaborate on too is the quantum dot emissive technology that gives you the brighter, bolder, more vivid, accurate colors that you're seeing here. And you mentioned the Dolby Vision and the HDR10 Plus. Can we get into that?
Yeah, again, they all work together. So that quantum dot, it's actually using these kind of little nano crystals. And so when we think of these LED TVs, they were very different when we kind of first launched them. We kind of had, like, for instance, we had edge-lit televisions, and with those edge-lit televisions, what would happen is it would get very dark towards the middle, and then we would also have kind of isolated, sections of the television with that backlit kind of backlit LED. This is going to be your direct lit, so that means that every single LED is creating its own individual array of colors. That's why you want those little nano crystals. That's why we love having the quantum dot. Because we can do that, we're able to control every single color and every single LED that you are going to find in this television. So again, that's what creates those different depths.
It's like you're there.
It really is. You know, fully immersive. And so it doesn't matter if you're standing right here, a foot away from the TV, if you're sitting there on the couch, probably roughly about 6 feet away watching this television. And again, think about where you're putting your TV. And if you're thinking about where you're putting your television, you're sitting on your couch, the further you're away, the bigger TV you're going to want to have. But you talked about HDR, high dynamic range, all of this. And I always think of John Eastman.
Yes,
and I always think John Eastman, because when he would come out here, and I loved listening to him talk about television, because he always would say it's like having a box of crayons, and he's totally right. Because as you start to add more colors, what do? You know, when we think about those just flat kind of 2D drawings, that was 1080p. Then we think of 3D, that's where we get into 4K. When we have that high dynamic range, what we can do is we can control the different range of light sources, so we can control the lights and the darks. And when we can do that, when you're watching, and this is one of the things that you'll notice, because a lot of different shows and a lot of these newer shows, they've got all these dark scenes. And you know, when you're watching these dark scenes, you know what happens? It's not actually dark, it's almost like it's gray, right? And so even though it's dark, it's like almost too bright to watch it. What we can do now with that high dynamic range, plus having the quantum dot, is it's better control on your light and on your colors. So by doing that, when it's a darker scene or even a brighter scene, you don't feel like, oh, it's too bright or it's too dark. It's able to adjust to whatever scene you are watching in a much better way.
Well,
again,
this is advanced.
making it,
this is like,
that's
way
why
more advanced. If it's been a few years since you've updated on your televisions, there's so much that's gonna like blow your mind. You'll just be like, whoa, it's just a whole different kind of experience. Two things I wanna share. I keep like refraining myself to just one or two things, and I have so much more to say. One thing though
She just got done working out, people.
Right, the Today Special from Denise Austin. You're gonna check it out in a few minutes. But this is very limited. These prices, we have a couple hundred. I mean, hardly even a couple hundred. The 65-inch is going fast. We have like 75 total left. The 55 is also an option. Oh, wow, a combined total of 144 available. So whether it's 55 on sale at $479 or it's the 65 on sale at $629, free shipping on either or, I say go for it. You are gonna be wowed by this TV. A 2-year warranty included.
You are. I love having the 2-year warranty. Typically, what you're gonna get with any type of warranty is typically you'll get a 1-year warranty.
Maybe,
we love being able
yeah.
to give you that, maybe, right? Maybe sometimes even a 6-month warranty. We love being able to give you that double warranty. And again, it's a Westinghouse brand. This is, you know, the fact that it is Westinghouse, which we've built such a great relationship right here at HSN. This is a company that's been around for over 100 years. You know, I work directly with the Westinghouse brand, and they are super excited because we're bringing this back and at a better value than we even had before. We got Mr. Curtis Stone. I figured, what does everybody want to see? We want to see Curtis Stone. But you know,
it's a great podcast show.
Yeah, he's got his awesome little podcast. This is just on the HSN little QVC Plus. I wanted to show that just because, you know, it's nice to be able to have all these different kind of things that you can shop right here, and it's also makes it easier for me to actually show you stuff to be able to play. But what am I showing you on, and how do we have these apps? As I hit home, it's going to be on our Roku. You have Roku built in. You don't have to worry about going out there, having to get another Roku stick or a little Roku box. We love Roku. Why? Because it's the easiest. It's something that you're already comfortable with. We're not having you learn a whole nother remote, having to learn a whole nother system, navigating through Roku where all of your apps already exist. If you already have a Roku television, if you already have a Roku stick or a little Roku box, you know what? All you do is you sign in, and all of those apps from your login
all of these apps, check it out,
are going to automatically load right here. So now you're going to be able to do it. And we talked about being able to find stuff. Okay. So one of the things I love about this is that you can actually have the voice activated remote.
Oh, this is the best.
This is one of my favorite things. So I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to talk to it. And I just saw him earlier, so I was like, you know what? Show me movies with Keanu Reeves. Thinking, few seconds, gonna pull up Keanu Reeves movies. How many times you sitting like, what's that guy's name? What's the movie? What was he in? Like, I know I recognize him from
reminds me of.
Right, yeah. So good. Like, look how easy that was. And so what you can do is, look, we have Watch for free. And speaking of free, you know, one of the things that we love about Roku as well is you also have your live TV.
Yep.
So you can actually go right here to a channel guide. So you can be watching television right here. We can be flipping through all of our different channels right here that you have live. So again, Roku allows you to be able to kind of not only curate all the different apps that you have, but you can be going through all of these different channels that are available right there for you. So we love being able to do that. And then of course, going back to the different apps that we have right here, just go back to the home, and then we'll have all of those apps that we just showed. I'll go back to our little
Look at
HSN.
that long list.
I mean, literally, all the kids stuff that you can do. I believe there's over 20,000 apps that you can have right here. And I believe there's over 70 million current, at least 70 million current users of Roku right now. Yes.
And you're not having to pay for it, buy it separately. It's integrated into the TV, and you can just tell the remote what to do. What is better than that? Because it always does it. It never talks back.
Never talks back.
It doesn't give you excuses or wrong answers.
Yeah.
It brings you right to where you want to go. That's the kind of service I love, especially when you're not paying anything extra for it. All right, guys, I know it's late, and I know this is an abbreviated presentation on an investment. This is a purchase, but think about this. How many times do you sit down in front of your TV every day or every week? How many times do you guys gather the family around to just movie night? And I love your point. This is like having a movie experience at home. How much you spend to go to the theaters? I love theaters, but I mean, it's gonna be $100 if you take, 2 or 3 people and have a couple snacks.
When's the last time you've been to the movies?
A couple months.
Have you? But,
yeah.
I mean, one other thing, and I know we don't have time necessarily on this. If you're wanting literally to make a theater out of your whole entire house, we have the brand new Westinghouse soundbar. When I tell you, so we did. I'm sorry, but I'll have to tell you guys.
Please do.
So before I came over here tonight, I actually had some family over. I was like, let's really test the sound bar, and we got so again 65-inch TV, and we got the sound bar going. It has a subwoofer built into it. You are absolutely going to love this sound bar. We did the first scene, the opening scene to Top Gun. Had it all the way. The floor was shaking from having the subwoofer built into this sound bar.
There it is, by the way.
If you want to create a full full theater experience, look, you got to have the screen, you have to have the visuals. The reason why you go to the movies is not just the big screen, it's the audio. If you're wanting to upgrade your visual and audio, you've got to get both tonight, because this will absolutely turn any room into a full
Think about
theater.
that, it's only $129. There's the info, 905-854. We have about 150 of those available at that price too. So either or, I mean, it would go with any size TV for that matter to just really enhance that sound is really, it's powerful, to say the least.
Yeah.
So let's show you once again.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to the 65, Justin's by the 55. They're both on sale, and they both come with a 2-year warranty. They both come with Roku built in, and they come with that wonderful Roku remote control. And let's go through the high-end specs too that you're looking for when you're making a TV investment.
I mean, look, you're going to want to start with a name. I understand that, but ultimately you're going to also start with size. We're always like, all right, if we're getting a new television, typically we're wanting to upgrade to a new size. The fact that we're going to start with a 65-inch or 55-inch, two of the very popular sizes. Then, of course, we're going to be thinking about brand as well. Westinghouse has been around for over 100 years. A brand that's been around for over 100 years, bringing us tons of different electronics, especially when it comes to television. Now let's dive into the colors and let's talk about brightness. This is a quantum dot television. It's QLED. This is not just saying, well, it's a 4K TV. It is a 4K television. Why do you want 4K? We've been talking about this for a few years now, so maybe you kind of caught on to this. We had 1080, well, we had 720p.
Oh boy.
Then we had 1080p. Do you ever realize when a video's not buffered all the way and we've probably seen it on